Welcome to the Kentucky Postgame Show, everybody. Please like and subscribe. You know what rhymes with Kentucky Postgame Show?
Oh boy, what is it? What is it, Fletch?
Losing 3 in a row at home.
Losing Kentucky Postgame Show, losing 3 in a row. Okay,
Let's
see.
Okay.
Did you think you thought about that on the spot?
I thought about it on the spot.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I can't freestyle, though, so I don't think I can freestyle.
I won't put you on the spot.
Okay,
I won't put you on the
that.
spot. But yeah, it rhymes.
Too.
It rhymes, man.
That rhymes too, though.
Yeah.
Don't put you on the spot. No, Kentucky loses another one in Rupp Arena. I mean, again, so they lost this one 89-85 to the Zags.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unfortunate. You watched,
I did, man. Tough loss, man. So, it's tough to be a Wildcat fan right now, but we got to rally around the team and be able to still support these guys if you're a loyal Kentucky fan.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta, if you're diehard loyal, you're still rocking with this team, still
For sure.
liking the individuals and everything. But it is frustrating.
Yeah.
Did you like the execution Kentucky had on that last play?
So think about that last play. No, to answer your question, no, I did not. And here's the reason why. I thought, me originally watching it, I felt like there was too much time on the clock to run that type of play. It was a lob play from Reed Shepard to a Adu Thiero coming from the back door. I guess it was a backdoor screen. Didn't like that type of play with that much time, especially with the type of talent that we have. I rather, I'm not a coach, so I don't know what, exactly what was going on there or what was the full scheme of the play. If that was just option one was to throw the lob. I know I've seen clips here and there that, the plan was to throw the lob for option one, and then you had Reeves coming out, off of another screen for option two. Mm. So I don't know if I like that. I just thought it was too early to throw that and to be that, for that to be the final play to throw a lob with 13 seconds to go. I feel like you draw something up. You draw something up like that in like 4 or 5 seconds left on the clock. You throw,
right.
you throw a lob on that, but I feel like there was too much time on the clock, and it was tough, man. That was very frustrating. Kentucky played a great game, but they did struggle with things that they've been struggling with all season. Defense, rebounding. It's just been we never get the 50-50 ball. So
same thing.
Yeah, it's been the same thing. So it's just been tough to watch. But I mean, Kentucky, I'm not too surprised. They've been struggling in late game execution all season. They're not very well they don't do a great job at closing out games.
No, they don't. I agree with you on the play calling.
Yeah.
I do like how they had it, still in Reed's hand. Trusted him. I trust him.
Yeah.
That's who I would have had it with too. What would you have chose last play like that?
I don't know. I just felt like they could have got a easier shot. With that much time on the clock, you want to see, get an easier shot, whether it's a layup or even a wide open three. I just felt like, the lob was, it's too risky for that part of the game. And especially with the great defensive team like Gonzaga, I would have wanted to see something a little bit more simple, quicker action and be able to possibly put pressure on the refs to maybe make a call, but they probably won't do that anyways with the last second. But I didn't like the lob. I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah. Did you see? I don't know if you saw this. So while they were drawing that play up, apparently while they were drawing that play up, Tyler Ulis is kind of looking at it and kind of shaking his head like this. I did
see that clip pop up.
Yeah, it was on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, I seen a whole lot on Twitter.
I know,
but I don't know. The context of it's kind of weird because I don't know, if that's factual, if that's actually real. There's not a lot of evidence in there. Somebody could easily clip that up. And,
you mean like him doing that at
him
the
shaking his
time?
head? Yeah. Like I need more proof that he was doing that at that time.
Right.
And then another thing is, who knows what he could have been shaking his head at?
Right.
We don't know if he was shaking his head at the play. So I don't want to dig too deep into that. But it's frustrating now as a Kentucky fan. But I feel like they still have room to grow and they got to be able to adjust before March.
Yeah, and going, talk about the clip. It was just Tyler Ulis kind of shaking his head at looks like kind of huddled up, drawing a play. But like you said, very zoomed in to where you don't know what time that was.
I need more info on that.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what he's looking at. But that's kind of what it looked like. But like you said, there needs to be a little bit more detail to that to actually make a assumption on if Tyler Ulis was shaking his head at the last play.
It's a good point.
What was the most alarming factor after watching this game?
Yeah, for sure, man. Defense and injuries don't really alarm me as much. We know we're missing Trey Mitchell. I think they missed him big time. Defense needs to continue to improve. But the thing that really alarmed me is Robert Dillingham. This is a guy we know he's one of the best scorers in the country. You know, I'm confused of why he didn't play much in the second half. He played only 18 minutes for the game. Didn't play much in the second half. I know Cal's probably leaning towards the group that is playing more, but when you have a player like Dillingham who can take over games, I just feel like he's got to be at least out there. You got to at least put him out there. If he's not doing well, you can pull him back out. But you got to at least he's earned that much is to at least play some minutes in pivotal moments. He's a tough shot maker. He steps up when the lights get bright. So I didn't like that. It was surprising, to see him, play such a small amount of minutes in that second half.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially going back to the last game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we talked about. It was like, this guy's killing it. He was on fire.
He was, yeah. He
then it's like, what would you? It's like, I don't know. It's like with anything, like playing a video game, playing like some pickup ball or anything like that. Your dude's on fire, so why not just leave him out there and be like, just let him do his thing. It's automatic.
So that's the challenge of having such a talented team. You got so many different options that you can go with. You want to stick with the guys on the floor. You feel like you can win. I can win with these guys right here. They're playing well. I don't want to mess up their chemistry. Then you have, multiple guys on your bench that's right next to you that can have an impact on the game as well. So it's tough. It's tough being in that situation, trying to, learn your rotation and learning who needs to be out there on the floor. I think, I want to see Dillingham out there, especially in second halves, man. I was thinking this while I was watching the game. I said, okay, this is going to come down to one or two plays. Who's going to be the guy that's going to step up? And Dillingham pops up. He's one of the first guys to pop up always in my mind. You put Rob. You want to see the ball in Rob's hands and let him make something happen. So I was really surprised to see him not out there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But like you said, I mean, the team is very talented, from top to bottom, and so it's hard to single a guy out. But when a guy's on fire like that, especially last game, it's hard to not see him in there more.
He's been playing well. Yeah. He's been playing well.
That's something we've seen previous years too with Kentucky. It's just these guys killing it, and then all of a sudden they get pulled. Why are we not putting them in there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not the coach, so I'm not sure. But obviously, I think it's more things that go into it. Fatigue and giving other players opportunities and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. This is a little bit of like a hit or miss. Some more stuff I saw on Twitter, and I want to hear your opinion on this.
For sure.
A couple people were like, with the schedule we got, the way we're playing, does Kentucky have a chance to not make the tournament?
It's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen because the schedule is going to be tough. I mean, we're in the midst of the toughest schedule right now, the toughest time of the year right now. I think I think they still will make it. They definitely can't keep having meltdowns in the second half. That's not going to help them. But honestly, I think if they can grab a win against Auburn next week, grab a win against Ole Miss, be able to kind of get a good feel and then start to pick up the pace in terms of getting wins. If they go into the SEC tournament with a good feel, with consecutive wins in a row, I think they have a chance to make a run in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it is obviously possible. Anything's possible with that. Anything, but I don't see that happening. It's a tough schedule. SEC is tough this year, but I don't see that happening.
They may fall out the top 25. That's a possibility too, but I would hate to see that. But like I said, I think Auburn's going to be the next big test for us. It's your opportunity to get some confidence, get your confidence back, and then get your season back on track.
Yeah. Like we had said, Kentucky has lost 3 consecutive home games for the first time since December 5th, 13th, and 17th in 1966.
Yep.
That was a long time ago.
60s.
Yeah. What can Kentucky do to turn around the season, and how could they do that not talking about injuries and, besides injuries and defense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the major problem is the defense and injuries. You want to get healthy. I think they should change the lineup. Let's see, shake things up a little bit. We know defense has been an issue. But honestly, in my opinion, I think that the defense it made a few strides here and there, but I think, once the bigs kind of got back, our defense kind of backtracked in some ways. Yes. I think our pick and roll defense is terrible in terms of having the bigs back. I think that's something that they definitely got to improve on. And to be honest with you, they haven't really played an All-American guard yet. So I think they got to be able to fix that. Let's change the lineup. I think we should go smaller. Let's go back to some things that was working in the beginning of the season with the Trey Mitchell at the 5 and plug in a Thiero at the 4. And then I like that 3 combo with Reed, Rob, and Antonio Reeves. Let's see what those guys are capable of. Bring Justin Edwards maybe off the bench as an energy guy, as a guy who can come in there and make shots and get stops on defense. So my thing is I want to see them maybe shake up the lineup a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's go back to a lineup where that we've had success in. With Trey Mitchell at the 5, and I feel like it fits them better as well as a team that likes to run and gun and get out in transition. Now you get the opportunity to have Trey play the 5, and it spreads everything out. Guards have a lot more space, and Trey Mitchell can stretch the floor as a 5, big stretch 5.
I 100% agree with you.
Yep.
And remember at the beginning of the season, what was the question we were always asking?
We wanted the bigs back.
Where are the bigs? Where are the bigs? And I think maybe we jinxed it a little bit because, they were playing, to be honest, they were playing great without them.
Yeah.
And when they get back, it's like, oh, well, they're just getting used to it, used to playing with the bigs and everything. But like you said, man, I 100% agree with you. That seemed like the winning lineup without the bigs in there. And maybe we need to get back to a little bit more of that without there. So
let's go back to what was working before.
Exactly. So Kentucky's next opponent will be Ole Miss. That's at Rupp Arena, and that will be at 9 p.m. You know the date?
I don't know the date.
It'll be at 9 p.m. You know why you don't know the date?
Why?
Because it's a trivia question. We want everybody to look it up. It's going to be at 9 p.m., but you got to look up the date.
When is it?
You got to comment.
What date is Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully we get the win. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think we will.
I think we will.
But, yeah, we need to.
But we do sound like a broken record. We said that last episode versus Gonzaga. I'm gonna switch it. We're losing against Ole Miss.
Dude, I want to do that. Yeah, we're not gonna jinx it. Kentucky's gonna lose to Ole Miss. And they're going to not make the tournament.
Just so.
Jinx it.